So this coming week is the new year. 2026 is here, and at the start of the new year, every year, us gay people look forward to one big thing, and that's the new season of RuPaul's Drag Race. This got me thinking, we really do, as a community, we turn to media for so many things, whether it be the music industry. We flock and gather to certain artists, and we hone in on them and adore them, and they become like our everything. So many musical artists, the gay community will refer to them as mother. They mother us, they take care of us, they pull us under their wing, whatever the case may be. And I've been thinking about it, I'm like, why do we flock so heavily to media, to outlets like that? And there's a lot of reasons why, and I wanted to talk about it. First off, a lot of our community, we don't have that familial bond at home because, unfortunately, still in this day and age, so many people are anti-LGBT. So many people, a lot of it has to do with religion, by the way, are so against loving and accepting their own family. Like, I luckily, I shouldn't say luck. I'm blessed that my family has always loved and accepted me. There's never been a day that I didn't have that. And same with my husband. He comes from a family, the ones that matter, loved and adored and approved of him. But to a lot of us, we don't have that. And so we really do turn to celebrities, music especially, to find that approval, to find that love. A lot of LGBT people turn to artists like Lady Gaga, for example, because she fights so hard for gay rights. Since day one, she has always been on our side. And so a lot of the gay community are like, that's Mother Monster, she birthed us. And that also goes hand in hand with, they help sculpt what we do, how we present ourselves, if you will, how we wear clothes, if we choose to do makeup, different things like that. Like, they, for all intents and purposes, birth our queer identity. That's what we mean when we say she mothers us, is that she birthed our queer identity. She loves and approves of us. She makes us feel accepted, and we are able to just be ourselves, knowing that we have allies like that. Another, to me, big one that I consider mother is Ethel Cain. She kind of came out on the scene and proclaimed that title for herself, because her social media names are all Mother Cain. I was like, girl, you better. She's so wonderful. And then you have people who we considered mother, but they hid their secret agenda very well. I'm looking at you, Lana Del Rey, because you really did mother my creative outlet for years. I just adored her music, but it's too much. I can't anymore. So we just have to pay attention and align ourselves better. So that, and then another reason we flock so heavily to media outlets like movies and television is because we don't get to see a whole lot of queer representation, not only in our lives, but in movies and on television. And yes, in these later years, we've seen more of it, but also we see it, but at the same time, like in movies and stuff, a lot of the time they are not necessarily getting gay actors to play the roles, which I'm not always mad about, but it does feel more authentic and more special when you see someone from your own community representing you on the screen. It's so special to have movies like, okay, back in 2017 when Call Me By Your Name came out. That movie, to us, me and my husband especially, our uncles, it was so important because at the time we didn't really get any movies like that. We didn't have queer representation. And well, it's up for debate about whether the actors identify as heterosexual, but that's up for debate. Anyways, but it was important to have that movie and have that story told, but they could have found queer actors to play the roles as well. It is what it is. Like, Hollywood is becoming. We'll just say that. So television shows like RuPaul's Drag Race are so important to our community because not only do we get to see ourselves on screen, because we're seeing all these different gay people who are real human beings competing on this show, in this competition reality show, but we get to see a subsection of our community that not everyone has access to. Not every gay person has access to bars that do drag shows. But we can watch RuPaul's Drag Race and we can see drag. We can see high drag, fabulous drag. And we can also, they school us, they teach us about the history of drag. A lot of the queens get on there and it's really wonderful. And it's really wonderful because it opens us up to find new people that we didn't know about on social media to follow and learn from and support. It's so important that we support these queer artists because they're shaping the world and this is their bread and butter. This is how they make their money also. It's so vital. I love RuPaul's Drag Race. Not necessarily because of RuPaul herself or anybody on there, but because I get to see drag. And I'll tell you, ever since COVID happened, I'm not the most comfortable going out to public spaces, going out to these bars. And also, I'm getting old. Like, I'm not a night owl anymore. Like, I don't have it in me. Because a lot of drag shows take place after midnight. I'm ready to be at home and in bed, y'all. I'm old. So it's great to be able to watch this on television and just enjoy it. The media is so important to our community because we get to see ourselves. We get to find others who support us. We get to just shape our identities and find out more of who we are and find a love and a community with each other. It's so important and it's so vital to us. And not saying it's not for people who aren't LGBT, but this is why it means so much to us. And I'm just really hopeful that we get to continue seeing more and more of it. I know like a year or so ago, one of my favorite shows, it's called We're Here, they canceled it and pulled it off the air. And the reason that HBO canceled it, they said it was getting too dangerous. And I get that because especially in the political climates and everything. But also, like, part of me kind of feels like, oh, that was almost like a cheap cop-out. It just sucks. That show was so important for our culture, for our community. And I loved it. And I missed that show. And the last season I thought was so fantastic. They brought in new queens who really meant something, who were so important, who they represented sides of the community that were not necessarily always so represented. Like we had Priyanka, who is a Guyanese drag queen from Canada. We had Latrice Royale. And we had Sasha Velour, who is like, for RuPaul's Drag Race, is more alternative drag, but she's so motherly and just so fantastic, and it was so great. And I hate seeing shows like that get canceled, but I know it's gotta happen. We need more though. So media is so important to us for these reasons, and I'm just grateful for it, and I hope that we don't lose it. I hope we don't lose more of it. I hope we get more of it. And I'm super excited about RuPaul's Drag Race next week. I'm keeping blinders on so that I can be totally shocked and surprised. I don't even know who's competing. I just want to watch and enjoy it. Drop me some love below and let me know what you think, who some of your favorite shows are, artists, etc. Let's get the talk going about what's important in the media outlet to you as well, because it is a big part of our lives. And I just want to hear from you guys. Love you.